Literally, I was reaching for the stream button. The phone rang. Okay, where we left off with this, we need our other tool. This one right here. So I wish it was this easy. So just bang, but that doesn't fix anything. So where we left off with this yesterday was not working again. Yes, so we tried the reset, the refresh. Well, refresh, you have to be booted into Windows. I don't know that you can do a refresh from the recovery console, repair console. Restore did not work. System restore, resetting didn't work, and any of the basic like fix boot, fix MBR, none of that worked. Yeah, is I went and I downloaded the media creation tool. And then I believe I need to run that. I had it open and I lost it. So let's get the new one. The new one that I had was downloads. Can we find it? Date modified right here. We're going to go ahead and run it. Media creation tool 1803 should be the newer version of Windows. Now whether it works or not, I had trouble with the other media creation tool that I had. As far as this computer, either the files on it were too old and the Windows was too new, or they were too new and the Windows install media was too old to work with it. So now that we're running our media creation tool, let me go ahead and pull back up my web pages, and then the tool. If you go to www.microsoft.com/en-us/software-download/Windows 10, or just look for media creation tool, download, Google it, and it should take you to this website here. As long as you have a Windows license and your Windows is activated, and you will need it for, you will also need a Windows license product key for the computer you're going to be working on. We're going to let this get ready. We accepted the terms. We hit next. It's going to ask us if we want to upgrade this computer. No, we don't. We're already on Windows 10. And the second option will be create install media. Now you will need 8 gigabytes of free space on the hard drive of the computer you're running the media creation tool on, meaning where you are going to create your install media. So I'm doing it on my computer here to work on this computer. So I'm going to need 8 gigabytes of free space on my computer, which indeed I do have, to make the media, and then I can use it on this computer to try and fix it. This always takes a minute to do. It seems like when I'm using more resources of the computer, it takes a little longer. So create installation media, USB flash drive, DVD or ISO file for another PC. Let's hit next. We do want Windows 10 64-bit, not 32. We could do both. I don't know how that'll work. I do know we want 64 for this computer here. It needs to be at least 8 gigs. So we can either create an ISO file or a USB flash drive. We are going to go with the flash drive today, verifying what drive letter is. F is our USB drive. That is selected, and we will go with next. This will take a few minutes to create this. In the meantime, we can go, doesn't everybody, when they're having troubles with stuff, wish that this tool worked? I mean, this tool works wonders when you're doing little projects around home. You need something substantially more I don't know if it still pops off here. Yeah, I can't get it. I beat it, hammered it back in. But the head comes off this one. Definitely not recommended for building a house. Doing too much stuff. Little projects, yes. Heavy duty work, it'll break. This tool, not appropriate for computers though. Alright, this computer here, updates on this. The broken FPC connector for the keyboard and the one for the power switch, they're both broken. The only one that is still intact is for the one for the trackpad. The touchscreen is now working on this computer, and we can actually, now that the touchscreen is working, we can go ahead and type in a password again. We'll do it like that. Ooh, almost. Okay, there's our password. Basically just to clean up on this one. Ooh, okay, so we need the other user account, evidently. Let's get this one. Okay. And our number. Basically just to clean up is happening here. Run some basic tools to get the cleanup underway. We had just ran the one tool from USB drive. We're going to go back in and run a few more. 46 threats detected. Threats removed was 46. Very good. We're going to go ahead and run this tool, same tool again, the newest version of it that was available for download from the manufacturer's website. Malwarebytes is a good company. They make a few tools that are very useful. I encourage anyone that is interested in, if you want to keep your PC running, keep your PC running good, keep it working smooth, or even learn how to do this stuff if you don't know how to do it. Check out Malwarebytes, anti-malware, and just Malwarebytes as a company. They own a few tools that are great for doing work on a computer. What to Google, I don't know at the moment. Let's check in. We'll do a brief check. Okay, we're about 50% of the way there with our media creation tool, creating a Windows 10 USB install. Back over to the bench. So about the broken FPC connectors, I don't know if that's what they are. That's what I call them. As I said, on an iPhone, that's what it was, and they resemble the same thing, just not as small. And the components on iPhones and iPads are just tiny compared to computer motherboards, and the stuff on even iPads and MacBook Air, MacBook Pro motherboards is so tiny compared to PC parts. Apple, you get thumbs up on making your stuff small, tiny screws, and well-built stuff. It does fail. All computers fail. Some more than others. Being that these are broke, back to the main point here, it's $20 for a new motherboard. We're going to go ahead, we got the okay to get a new motherboard that has the proper jacks in there instead of wedging pieces of plastic in to hold the keyboard in place and having melted plastic hold in the ribbon cable for the power button. That will be in either, I don't think by Saturday, I think either Monday or Tuesday. We'll have the new motherboard in, we're swapping it into this. They will have good connections, and this keyboard will continue to function. Right now we're missing ASDF, JKL, and colon. The only thing working on this whole row would be GH and the apostrophe or colon key. So, not very good. In the meantime, we can put this, we can use the on-screen keyboard if we need to type something. We could just go on screen. We have it here, boom, on-screen keyboard, but to avoid having to interact with that, on-screen keyboards are always a little clunky when concerning something that is not handheld, a phone, a tablet, when you're working with a computer, laptop, desktop, it's much easier with a keyboard than a touchscreen, I have found. Maybe in the case of an all-in-one, an on-screen keyboard would be handy. It's big, it's right there in your face. I don't think so. Alright. So to continue the cleanup on this, we're going to go ahead and run our next tool. We do have quite a few tools that we run. Just to give a brief count, and this isn't even all of them, this is just minimum 41, and that's not even all 41. And then if you go into another folder here and you go to our second, third, fourth party tools, we have another 113 different tools that we like to use for the cleanup process. Are they all always necessary? No. However, we do get into using them quite a bit, to not all of them, not all, to using them to do the cleanups on computers. Another clear sign that this is a victim of tech support calling and you let them onto your computer. I don't see it all the time that it's very common, but I have seen it a bit, and that's in the past few years with the, this is tech support, this is Microsoft, your drivers are out of date, whatever line they feed you to try to con you into letting them get onto your computer remotely. It usually, or even a bad virus can do this too, it will blow out your activation. How you can check your activation is usually on Windows 10, Windows 8, right click on Start and go to System. If you're on Windows 7, go to Start, find My Computer in the list, right click, and then go to Properties, and you will come up with, if I can pick this up, you will eventually get to a window that looks, if you can see that, kind of like that. It's the window where it tells you view basic information about your computer. Your Windows edition, you will often have that. The Windows edition, Windows 8.1 Pro, Windows is activated. So Windows is activated, it'll tell you about your processor, your RAM, the system type, whether it is a 64 or 32-bit operating system. 64-bit is more common these days. Pen and touch, they do have that in there. Full Windows touch support with 10 touch points. So we can get 10 different touch points. I don't know how useful they'll be on this screen. And you'll get your computer name, the full computer name, the work group or domain it belongs to, if that is in there, and maybe a description. This activation, we are getting messages that our license will expire soon. That is usually a sign of infection or tech support has called and they have been let onto that computer. I don't know what all they do when they make your screen go blank, if they do. I don't know what it is that they do, but I'll tell you what, it does not treat anybody well, them or their computer, with whatever tech support does when they get on them. Some are worse than others. Occasionally you do get a very knowledgeable, this is tech support calling, and your computer is just done toast. Not saying it couldn't be recovered, but it's more often than not going to get reloaded. Let's go ahead and check in again on the progress. Okay, we just flipped literally from 50 to 51%. Media creation tool, creating Windows 10 media. It's copying over to the USB drive and back to the bench. Alright, did my tool run or did it fail? Anyone that is familiar with Windows Defender Essentials. And those are the two named Defender. Usually it's referred to as Windows Defender or Microsoft Security Essentials. It does a good job with real-time protection, not so much on Vista, and I don't know about XP. It's been so long since I've used XP. Windows Defender is a good solution for free. It has real-time protection, and if you're doing, it's basically, and my friend Matt is the one that explained this originally, so thank you, Matt. It made it real simple. You can look at Windows Defender just like a stoplight. You got your red, green, and yellow, and anybody that drives, even if you don't drive, you may know how a stoplight works. Green, you're good to go. Yellow, caution. Red, stop. Apply that to Windows Defender, Microsoft Security Essentials. If you're on 7 or 8, Windows 8, 8.1, and 10, Windows Defender. No. Go there, and then there. Just like a stoplight, real simple. Basically what I mean is when the window is open for Microsoft Security Essentials or Windows Defender, it will have color across the top, and if you're on Windows 10, all your icons will have a little bit of color to them once you're in the program or the application, and it will be green, yellow, or red. Judging by what those colors are, or down in the bottom right where the icon is, like where you have your speaker, your Wi-Fi connection, Windows Action Center, you'll have that little shield. It may be a little castle, like a tent with a flag on it for Windows 7. Windows 8 maybe also, I'm not sure. I haven't used 8 for a long time either. That will change colors. Depending on the color, depends what you should do with your computer. Listen to it. It is good, free option if you don't want to buy an antivirus. And it is not a full replacement for running like Norton Internet Security or Kaspersky Internet Security, any of those. It does do a good job if you are willing to manually do scans yourself with other tools. There's no one good solution that I know of that handles everything all around. So, let's find the coffee. Alright, checking our percent again. We're back over to 73%. Probably the most interesting, and also, if you're a person that is easily distracted, one of the most interesting and one of the most distracting things to doing this type of work is the multitasking aspect. Clean up here, over here on my computer, we're making the Windows 10 install media to work on this computer here, and let's not forget that over here on the bench we still have another computer that is being worked on at the time. We need to plug into the SATA port with the new hard drive. We have a very, very noisy hard drive in this one that we are going to clone over. So, let's see what our storage space is like on this computer. We have a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff. Whoa, where did the folder come from and what is it? Canon? Okay, operation for a printer. If that goes with the printer, let's put that there. Four o'clock, people, 4 o'clock. I don't think we'll get to the full hour today. However, we're going to go as long as possible with today's. No real progress. We'll just stream while, whistle while we work. Not really. We'll stream while we work. Alright. This thing is on. Let's go ahead, wake it up, and shut it down before we proceed to get another hard drive in it. I thought it was on. Maybe it's not. Nope, it's not on. That's the AC fan that I heard running. It sounded like this. Okay. how are we going to do this? I wonder. We don't have much room, but it seems like we would have enough. I personally favor Dell computers if you're buying a third-party manufacturer and you're not building your own custom desktop for gaming or for a workstation for video editing, or an application specific custom built desktop / workstation. There's a lot of good manufacturers. I prefer Dell, HP, maybe a few others make them. I think I've talked about the Optiplex series before, maybe with this very same computer. I do not know. But you can literally tear stuff down without any tools by hand. You can take most of the stuff out of the computer. Is why I really like the Dell Optiplex series for desktop. The XPSs are nice. They're more of a performance machine. Optiplexes are more business oriented, or like to deploy across for a large number of employees, many other applications. But I like them because you can tear them down without any tools. I think a Phillips screwdriver is what you need to completely disassemble this unit. We could go on, and this is just a little shroud that holds a wire, and it's like flow from the main computer and the power supply. But a Phillips screwdriver is all you need to disassemble this. I just want to get some stuff out of the way. We're going to plug into another SATA port here. So we need a wire. If we have one of those handy, I think we do right here. Okay, it is a locking one. Is it going to come out easy if we lock it in there? Yes. The lock is on the side that we can access easy enough. Okay. And this hard drive will come out. One will go in. Now we also need power for our hard drive. We could try and plug it in as an external. Or we could get a power cable out for the hard drive itself. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Alright, we have power. Watch the power go off in the middle of this whole operation. If a vacuum cleaner next door turns on, our power will go down. It's great. Alright. Trying to get this back up and running. Alright. Are we ready? Is that our results? No. Traces 461 next. Malicious software removal. Imagine that. Okay. Let's get our wires out of the way to put this back in. I think HP has a series. I'm not sure what the HP series of small form factor desktop is. I know the Optiplex comes in the full tower, the mid tower, full tower, mid tower, small form factor, ultra small form factor. And they may even have one further yet size that I'm not remembering right now. But they do have a few sizes to the Optiplex series. Like I said, I like them just from the aspect of if I have to go out and work on some, I don't need to take many tools at all to work on one. That's why I think they're great. Not that tools and actually doing work are a bad thing, but when you go out and want to work on something, you don't want to have to carry a lot, and you also don't want to be out and about too long. Some people do like being out on running and whatnot. Me personally, no. I like the multitasking aspect of in the shop. Okay, we have some results here. No, we're not activating the free license, people. We are just trying to use it free. Sure. What happens if I hit that? Okay. And we will hit next. creating restore point, so this may or may not work depending on the state of that computer. Back to the desktop, our percentage up to 100 and done. Your USB flash drive is ready. So let's click finish. Okay, it may take a few minutes. Again, that website is www.microsoft.com/en-us/software-download/Windows 10, or just Windows Media Creation Tool. Google Media Creation Tool, and you should go get to this download page with instructions how to use it. Very, very simple. Alright, going back. Check out the website for a moment. Get that on. Get our flash drive. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this booted up. This is the main objective. This is what I've done 3 separate streams about now. So we will try and boot this flash drive in here. Alright, boot menu. Again, we do not want the UEFI. We want just the normal flash drive on its own, not with the extensible firmware interface. Alright, that is booting up. And the reason being, like I said, I tried to do some of the repairs with the flash drive I had. It was not working at all. We'll let that do its thing, and we'll come back over here. Hey, there's a dog and a guy coming in. Imagine that. You're live on the air. you still haven't won no prize. Nothing. What's up, Frank? Here we got company. I can show you guys. This is a good dog here. Yo, Coke, come here. Come here. Come here, man. Come here. Come here. Let's show everybody the puppy. Look at this dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Hey, what are you doing stealing my mic wire? Huh, buddy? What are you doing stealing my mic wire? Oh, did you guys succeed at anything out there? Out there in the Badlands? Do you figure anything out? No? Yeah? Don't go out there? Lock the door, stay in? Okay, we have power for the hard drive. Let's turn it off. Off for right now. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the computer on the bench connected back up. See, it's kind of neat. I do like the fact that, although it's not much of a hassle to lean over and do that, we do have the option through now that there's no wall here. That's always a good option if you don't want to be non-lazy and walk around, or be lazy, lean over, whichever way. Preference, all about preference, people. Alright, we have suspicious. Let's hit next. Alright, 461 threats detected, 5 minutes 50 seconds. We finished. We are closing now, and let's get another toll underway. Question is, which one? Well, we'll see what they have actually on their computer. Nothing that I see. So let's install something and get it running. Or, you know what? We'll go down here. What do we got? Run this one and see what happens. Where is that? There it is. Do they make? Let's look. I never really did finish this. I think I brought it up. HDMI. Do they have it and do they work? Two-port cable KVM switch with HDMI connection. So IOgear has one. Unfortunately, not every computer has HDMI. Okay. Hey Dave, we got to get one of these sometime. We'll move into 2000. We'll move into the 2000s. How about 2018? A KVM. They have 2 and 4 port. Basically the KVM that we're using, but it has an HDMI connection. And if we do that, I could probably feed one of the outputs to the live stream. Not a bad thing. I could show people what's happening. Alright, the saga continues. Next, repair your computer. Let's see. I don't think there's any restore points. I think we found this. Yes. Okay. Cancel. We did find that out. Actually, now that we have a newer Windows media, let's try startup repair and see if we can find anything out. It probably will not. Will not. I don't know. That was quick. If that worked, that was real quick. Yeah, I think it's going to do its constant reboot again. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We don't know yet. We'll find out. We'll let it go for a little bit. Nope. Constant reboot. Okay. So trying to repair disk errors fails right in the middle of it. We're pretty much back to the same place where we wanted to make the new install media. So let's boot up the installer again and get back into the terminal and see what we can do there. Okay. I am thinking currently of what to do. Can we change over to C? Okay. And I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it. Are we going to get a knock, knock, knock as we often do? Not today. Alright, I don't think this will work, but we'll try it with the new install media. I had already tried it in between yesterday and today. Not on the air or while streaming. I don't think it's going to work. To access the image, make sure the image path. Okay. Logs, so is this a Windows 10 and you know what? I booted this up and it was not Windows 7. Let's try that. Let's try. Matter of fact, yeah, I don't think it is 7, but we'll try it. We'll try it. Just that'll haha laughs to see. fairly certain it's not, though. Do you remember when this thing had actually booted up?
First time?
Yeah, was it a 7 or a 10? I'm pretty sure it was 10. Either 8 or 10, without a doubt, it was one or the other. I don't remember seeing the round Windows 7 start orb, like the round orb for the start button. I remember it being the square.
She said it hasn't been used for a couple years. It's got to be 8.
Well, it could be 8. Maybe I'll need some Windows 8 install media, which is a pain because you never really know what it is, 8 or 8.1. Just try them both and see how much you fail. Okay, moving multitasking back over here. We got some junk with that out. On to the next. Is anybody else out there going through this cold? I have had a cold for 2 days now. It's horrible. Let's repair the computer. I honestly don't think this is going to work. Okay, look at this. Here, well, you don't have to look. I can just like spin it and show you. Because the sticker on it says Windows 7. The sticker that came on, okay, the product key sticker that whoever put it on here says Windows 7 on the back. The sticker that's on the computer from manufacturing is a Windows 8 logo. The operating system that is installed is Windows 10. So I was using the proper install media like I thought I needed to be. So this is gonna, can Windows 7 install media fix Windows 10? Not a chance. Not a chance. Okay. So let's close this out. So another to be continued? Very possibly. Alright, back to our Windows 10. I don't know, I'm thinking back. I'm trying to remember what happened between A, starting point, and B, when it would no longer boot, which was literally, we got the data, I pulled the drive, got the data, put it back in, booted it, came back, and it was,
Not working.
yeah, upon booting, not working at all. So, it tries to boot up and do something.
This thing here's running good now. It stays that way.
Nah, it's not gonna stay. They all fail. Man made them. They're prone to breaking. Alright. Let's boot into... Did we power it up? We did. So, I think it is, what time is it? A little after 4, Dave?
20 after.
20 after. Oh! Alright, people. That is the get up and go alarm. It is time to head from work to work. We're leaving work to go to work. Leaving to go and do some other work. With the last few minutes, obviously, we're going to do the shilling. I already had them up. dtcomputers.online. Go check out the website. There's not much there. The podcast is there. I've mentioned it every stream, I think, that I do. We have some ideas. The most solid idea is getting 2 wireless lav mics to revive the podcast. We can have conversations here. Anybody that hasn't listened to a podcast, go check it out. I do a live stream of my other podcast, Antisocial Experience, which is the website I made for that podcast, just kind of getting into doing it, and I have to add some more content to it. Every Sunday, live at 2. Sometimes we start at 3 if there's any technical difficulties. 2 o'clock is the go time. three guys, three friends sitting, talking. Many other people have great content out there on Apple Podcast, or it used to be iTunes, but now it's Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Google Play Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You name your streaming service, or on Android, get any podcast aggregator app, and there is thousands upon thousands of podcasts out there. There's a couple hundred to 1,000 created weekly. So great content. Like I said, we do a live stream of the podcast on YouTube and I think Facebook now too. Yes, YouTube and Facebook. Live every Sunday at 2. That is this podcast here. We are up to episode 41, I think. 41 live streamed, but I still need to upload the audio from it. Go and go check it out if you have time. It's not like a video where you have to commit and stop what you're doing to sit and watch a video. You can actually, if you have some headphones or a monophone, which is just a headphone for one side, you can continue working, cleaning your house, working on a car, around your shop, whatever. Do any project, any type of work. Not all types of work, but most work you can do and still listen to a podcast. Thanks for watching. The saga will continue. I just wanted to do the media creation, use the media creation tool today, make a current Windows 10 install. The first command that I tried running in terminal did not work. We could give up. I may end up giving up and just doing a reinstall of Windows 10, being that there is no person waiting on this computer. Well, we'll try and go down the long, hard road of diagnosing it, figuring out where the problem lies with the installed version of Windows 10. Can we solve it? I don't know. Stay tuned. More coming possibly tomorrow. If not, I'll be back again Monday. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're checking this out on YouTube. And I will see you next time. Have a good day, people.